on? It's your boy G and Mikey.
Yeah.
Tuesday night turn up, baby. That's what we gonna call it. Tuesday night turn up, bro.
Turn
One.
up on a Tuesday.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. Look at here. Things are great with the Christmas and the win. Cowboys win. Cowboys win. 40-34, man.
40 P's.
A 40
I don't
piece.
need mistletoe. Kiss me.
Hey, like
Merry
Michael Irvin said a 40 burger. A 40 burger.
burger, dude. You know, no ranch, no blue cheese. Make them all extra hot. We're good. Maybe some honey mustard for the kiddies. Just 10 of those, the 30 are wrist high. Let's get into it. Hey, guess what kind of wings they were? Guess what kind? They were eagle wings, baby. Boy, baby.
Wings.
Boy,
Cry,
eagle wings.
cry. And not fly, but cry, eagles cry.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
man, before we get started, man, you know what we got to do, man. We got to thank all our subscribers, man. We are steady moving up, man, up in the numbers, man. We're going to hit that 1K here before long, and we just want to say thank you to everybody that's a part of this channel. You guys and you rock. You guys and you women, you
Thank
rock.
you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
That's what's up. So here we are on Turn Up Tuesday with G and Mikey mic'd up, man. And look at here, man. I'm so excited, man, knowing that, you know, we've done what we've done over the weekend, man. We pulled off the win, man. We served the Sheagles their second loss. We served them their second loss. So we ain't going to even mess around with this today, man. So I'm going to go ahead and let you chime in on what you thought about the game and your pros and your cons or whatever. So go ahead, man. It's on you, bro. Let's go.
Well, first of all, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and our subscribers, I hope you guys had a blessed Merry Christmas, and we were all blessed. If you are invested or you have any emotional ties to this beautiful thing, we have a star. Usually it's on your Christmas tree, but it was on our TV. It was on our living room, and we were at the seat or at the edge of our couches.
Woo!
Until the end. To the end, you got to give the Eagles credit for giving up a valiant effort. Saying that, it was a bumpy start. We were moving the ball, and what happens? Dak Prescott throws his patented turnover, and here we go. What did you think at that moment, G?
Bro, I'll tell you, I was at the cigar bar with some relatives of mine, man, and we just said we're gonna do something different and hanging out. And you know, right off the back when we saw that, it was like, you know, it was like I wanted to put my cigar out.
Why we come? Why do we come?
Exactly. I could have stayed at home for this, but oh man, yeah, that was. I mean, he said he misjudged his length, man. Hey,
you got length and everything, but you gotta give Sweat his due for being athletic and making the play. But after that, we went down 10 points. After we went down 10 points, G, we got ourselves a quarterback. We got ourselves a quarterback. Went 15 for 15 after that, Mr. G.
Yes, sir. That's what we did. Our boys showed up and showed out. Let's go. Wow, man. That was awesome.
It's funny how much we've tried to bury our quarterback this year. It's funny how much we've tried to bury our defense this year. We buried our defense in this game for allowing as much as we did with Minshew at the helm. But you got to understand that they're a well-oiled machine, and just like we had success with Cooper Rush, Minshew had more experience in this system, and honestly, coming off of the eulogy of Mike Leach, rest in peace.
Yeah, man. For sure.
he was playing inspired. He was playing inspired ball, and you got to give the man his due. He fell in tight spaces. Those
Yeah.
interceptions he threw were our defense. Our defense. Deron Bland
Also,
is a revelation. Jerome Curse is just balling, being slept on. If anybody's being slept on, is J. Ron Curse right now. And people are talking, well, they gave up 30 points, but they also got four turnovers. Four turnovers. This
yeah.
is the number one team in the league, and we're still doing cowboy things. It's called cowboying it and cowboy fanning it, where the glass is never full enough, where there's too much flaws in your perfect cut diamond, and we're just never happy. And you got to see what this game was about, regardless if Minshew was there. Uh, uh, Jalen Hurts don't play offense or defense. That's like last time I checked.
That's so
We got
true.
ourselves a quarterback. We got ourselves a quarterback. 24-24 against the zone, picking them apart surgically past
Yeah.
the scalpel.
Yeah, you're so right, man. And I understand that. Oh man, these Eagle fans, they are really just, oh well, we didn't have our stuff. Now you see how I feel. Now the shoe is on the other foot. So that's all we said. But now we got these complaints about where we only got the Eagles said they only got one call and all this. Listen, just take it like a man. Take it like a man. Now the playing field is level.
All right, we ate that shit, so don't lose your appetite when the tables turn.
Eat
That's
it.
all I gotta say.
Eat
Eat
it.
that shit. Don't, we ate that shit. Don't lose your appetite when the tables turn. That's all I gotta say with that one. But you know what? Honestly, like there is knowledgeable that 302 birds I was on with Birdman, the dude with the mask, and on the next morning on Christmas, on Christmas, with our boy Chris, and it was a civil conversation, and all we're
Mhm.
waiting for now is World War III. World War
Yeah,
III. We can't look
that's
past
it.
it, but it's just it's the narrative of our season and the finale. We're not gonna think past this yet. The quick
No.
turnaround helps us. The quick
Yeah.
turnaround helps us, which is something you don't know. We're playing Thursday night with our white on white on white. Woo wee!
Yeah, that's what's up.
Those white helmets with this star
I mean, white out, baby.
and the
Straight up white out.
straight up white out. It's gonna look clean. It's gonna look crispy. It's far from the game. Dak Prescott, inspirational ball, man. We're spoiled by the flashes. It feels like we put up 40 points every other game, and then we
Yeah,
crap on Kellen Moore too. It's just his situational calling sometimes hasn't been to our liking to
yeah,
put it in a right way in a way, but we're gonna get tighter and we're gonna judge even closer because I want us to have this energy, the 49er loss energy, the Jaguar loss energy, and go into the playoff with it. We're in the playoffs now,
right.
and Mr. Positivity, Mr. Nice Mike has been all this season, but little by little more gets tightened up. More gets tightened up. And this was a legit win. Connor Minshew or no Connor Minshew, that team, that defense was a legit defense. Those Bradbury and Slay, last time I checked, are Pro Bowlers, and
What
we
happened?
picked them apart.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Mikey? That secondary is in trouble. We number one, we served up them their second loss. Number two, how many 500 teams can you say that they actually played this season outside of
I
us?
don't
Not many.
I don't I know one team that's 7-1 against teams with the winning record this year, and for a quarterback that has a reputation of only beating sub 500 teams this year, that team is 7-1
That's
against
right.
over 500 teams. That's a beautiful stat. Oh, I was like, and we're so spoiled. We are in the midst of a beautiful season. I know it could crash with one loss, but enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah,
Be
one
smart.
game at a time.
So yes, so I was elated. It was a thrill. And another thing, G, we got ourselves a number one wide receiver. Sneakily, we got ourselves a number one wide receiver. Forgive me, CD. Earlier
Yeah.
this year, I talked shit about your body language. I am a man, and I am a man, a fat man, to recognize when this
Yeah.
fat man was wrong. And this fat man was frustrated of what our season could be. Forgive me, CD Lamb. You
Well, you
are a number one wide
You
receiver.
well, you know how we are, Mikey, as Cowboy fan. We have to make our players prove it to us. That's just we don't. It's not. We're not going to give you anything on a platter. You have to prove it to us. And I think CD knew that he had to prove that he was a number one. But not only that, I think the play calling got to the point to where we start putting them in motion. We start putting them in the slot. Somebody, which I'm trying to figure out who came up with this play calling because it was, oh my gosh, I want to know.
All right, on that note, with the same energy about accepting new players, I don't give a shit. T.Y. Hilton is a Cowboy for life. For
T.Y. Hilton.
thank you, Hilton. Jeez. Oh, hey, 3rd and 30. I think sometimes as we're snobby as Cowboy fans. We're not the type of fans that are gonna rush the field because we're
No,
above
that's
that.
not gonna happen. Right.
But making a 3rd and 30 shirt, I am not above making a 3rd and 30 shirt just because it was his first catch, just
Yeah.
because that's what he was signed for, and he doesn't have to do another damn thing. He just made all his money. Sorry,
Fact.
Jalen Toller. Hey,
That's
sorry, Rube, but done way more than Jalen Toller ever dreamed of doing. Woo wee. That's exactly why we got him on for that 1-2 play, and he delivered 3rd and 30. That was the game in the week. He just came off of a fumble that Biotish, the hands of Biotish
yeah.
got, and then we took a sack. 3rd and 30, and
Wait,
the gift. That was the gift. That
that was a
was
gift.
the gift.
A
Thank
50,
you.
a 52-yard pass, man. That was a 52-yard pass. And they showed on Twitter, man. I was trying to find it from the end zone. Now I'm gonna say, I don't want been kind of really harsh on Dak as far as his throwing, his accuracy, and things like. I like to say we all been hard on somebody on the team, but I've been kind of
Yeah.
really watching Dak. But man, when I say, but this is what T.Y. Hilton brings. He brings that veteran leadership. He's seen it all. He's 33 years old and he's seen it all. Basically, really, T.Y. Hilton had made mention in his press conference. He said he was talking to some of the young guys. CD is one that like that one touchdown pass he caught on that one the left side. And he said he had told CD, hey, when you run that play, push it up further. Some whatever he meant by pushing it up further, then make your break or whatever. But
Well,
it's things like that that's needed to help the young receivers.
Well, the savviness was that. What was it on the 3rd drive when we're trying to get a drive going? He gets Slay. He gets Slay in the PI, being
Yeah,
veteran and going right into him, cutting the route short, knowing the ball is coming, and driving right through him. And Slay, they were tapping each other like gamesmanship, like you got me, dog, you got me. It
yeah,
had
for
nothing to
sure.
do with fundamentals, had nothing to do with technique. All they had to do was veteran savviness. And,
Knowledge.
and Slay is a veteran where he knew he got caught. That's why he's laughing like, you got me,
Yeah,
old man. You got me with that one. And what do you expect? What do you
yeah.
expect? So I'm sorry. Sorry, CD. We took a little bit. Now we're warming up to. Hey, we got already. Give him give T.Y. Hill in a house in Highland Park. He's a Dallas Cowboy forever.
So let me ask you this then. I mean, with that being said, do you? I mean, no, I know you probably would say this two-part question. So, do you think
Yes, sir.
T.Y. Hilton should be one of the starters? And number two, do we still bring in Odell Beckham?
Oh,
Let's talk about it.
no, for T.Y. Hill being a starter. The role that they're gradually putting him in is good. It's like a sixth man. He's a change
Okay,
of pace. You keep the
okay,
guys that we have in because of continuity, and I
okay.
want to see more of those tight ends anyway. But
Got you.
leave just the way he is. he was serviceable. The plays
He
he
was.
made helped. Those two plays helped us
Yeah.
win the game. One
Yeah.
was they were both scoring drives. They were both touchdown drives that he helped progress forward. None bigger, none bigger, none bigger in years than that third and 30 play. It was a Christmas miracle, and
It was.
they didn't drive the tamales for damn sure. Thank you, T.Y. In the second part of your question, Odell Beckham is out of the question. It's been out of the
Yeah.
question. All it was just dangling.
Yeah. The
I'll say
carrot.
a media piece of meat for us
Yeah.
for content. Maybe Jerry has his back, and maybe he played us a little and lied about it. Lied, but it's good for him to dangle himself like every free agent does with the Dallas Cowboys to raise their stock up. And if not, Odell Beckham is a media member. He's a social media member, and he has like a billion followers or something like that. A billion is ridiculous, but he has a lot of followers, and this is good for his content. It's good for his brand. He's not forgotten about this year. Think about it. Think about it. He hurt himself in the Super Bowl and he didn't play one down, but we've been talking about him for the last month and a half. That
Yeah.
is a good publicist. That's good public relations, and he
Yeah.
should be applauded for that.
Yeah.
But Odell, even if he was healthy, healthy. If he was 100% Odell Beckham, yes.
Hmm.
If he was like 80% Odell, no, just for the simple fact of this is late in the season.
Hmm.
They need to be second nature. That's why T.Y. Hilton, I don't know about making him a starter. Um, these quarterbacks, their signs, their looks, their reads, they got to be on point with the wide receivers. And like I've said before about Odell Beckham, he's gonna want the ball. We got plenty of talent to spread the ball around. Man, I'm loving these tight ends, man.
Oh
I
my
love me
God.
some Hendershot. I love me some Ferguson. Like, don't get me wrong, Schultz, Dalton Schultz. I call him Schultz every time he makes a first down. I'm like Schultz, because I'm a crazy person. But uh, those are your pet cats. Your pet cats
Yeah.
on your
Oh
team. You
yeah.
got
Yeah.
little. That's my pet cat. So I'm loving our tight end game. No, Noah Brown, he's gonna be serviceable, but we got
Yeah.
dude. These last two games, CD Lamb, what is he? He has almost 30 catches for like 300 yards or some ridiculous number like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I think, and I'm just praying and hoping that's what has happened, that these coaches, these offense coaches, the coaches, and the head coach Mike McCarthy have actually, put their thinking cap on and basically saying, how do we put Dak in the best situation to be great? And what we saw, and I understand, yeah, we gave up 34 points, but we scored 40 on Philadelphia. Philadelphia should be worried. They should be really, really worried that they gave up 40 points. 40 points. That's a lot of points. Yeah, true enough. We gave up 34 due to the fact, look at our defense. We're hurting in certain areas. We
Yeah,
really are. And I said this, Mike. I said we have to have our offense carry our injured prone defense for right now until we can get healthy again. And putting
it's
up
it.
40 points, it complimented. There you go. Right.
Well, the thing is reciprocate what the
Right.
defense did for you when your offense wasn't at 100, when we didn't
That's
have
right.
a Tyron Smith, when we didn't have Dak Prescott, when we were trying to figure it out. That defense carried us, and that defense carried us so well that they were calling it the next doomsday. We called it that, but attrition did what it did, but then
Right.
attrition works the other way, and
Yeah.
our quarterback got healthy, our line got healthy, and all of a sudden we got a gold jacket set where you got Jason Peters, uh, uh,
Tyron Smith.
uh, Smith, and Martin. Zeke just walked in. It was beautiful, and like Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott were neutralized this game. I can't emphasize this much, but they stuck to the running game. They stuck to
Yeah.
it as much as possible until you're like, you have no other choice. I believe that this is a little bit, this is me conspiracy a little bit, but I believe that Nick Sirianni just baited on Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott responded. He's not going to see that same zone coverage in a championship game. Believe that they're going to show zone and bail into a blitz, not bail, but shoot into a blitz or shoot into man, because I would believe that the Eagles are more savvy than that.
They,
That
I hope they are.
they wanted to put something on film. Excuse me, and this coffee. Whew.
I hear you, but I hope that I hope that's the case because, I mean, again, they cannot afford to lose this weekend. So you're already taking a chance because your starting quarterback is not out, and it is it a great
Lane
thing?
Johnson.
Is it a great
Lane
thing to do
Johnson.
to try to disguise? Because we don't want to. I'm like this as a coach. I'm gonna do what I have to do to win. And if I see you again, I'm gonna make some adjustment and I'm gonna add some extra packages in there. But what I'm not going to do is try to disguise something to so the other team can't see what we're doing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
because, like I
Well,
say, they need to win against the Saints this week.
and the Saints are a tough team. That
Yeah,
defense, Cam Jordan, the Saints are always tough, and the Saints always play Philadelphia tough. It doesn't
yeah,
matter who the coaches are. It's just it seems like they always play a tough game, and they are a tough team. I love me some Cam Jordan. If Cam Jordan wanted to be a Cowboy at the end of his career, you know what? Throw money at that guy because I enjoy what kind of player he is and what kind of man he is. Um,
yeah.
and at the same time with their quarterback number 7, Taysom
Uh,
Hill.
yeah,
Taysom
yeah.
Hill is hard to scheme for, and I hope they give him all they want. We are Saints fans this week, but we need to remember about the country music and take care of Tennessee. We need to
We
take
have to
care of
take
that.
care of Tennessee. So, we were just talking about, with the we were just saying about let's see, I'm talking about our defense and basically what and see, this is what people don't want to talk about. They want to say, oh, the defense is struggling again, and oh, they gave up 400 some. Okay, now they're talking about what the defense only has mustered one measly sack over the past 3 games. Okay, fine. But let's get to the root of why that is. We have some injuries. Jonathan Hankins is out. He's our run stopper. He's out. We got Leighton Vander Esch is out. We got an issue with our cornerback, but no one wants to talk about that. They just basically want to say, "Oh, the defense is struggling." But I beg to differ. We're still maintaining. We're keeping the ship right. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, this was the earlier on the year. I talked about our amount of sacks and the lack of turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
because we were getting to the quarterback. Now quarterbacks are getting hot feet and throwing the ball a little early, which gives opportunities for the Deron Blands, for the Jaron Curse, for the Diggs when they're not setting them up on a sluggo.
Yeah,
Yeah, that killed me to start. But um, now we're getting more turnovers and less sacks. It's either or.
it's
I believe with our defense, it's either or. Either we get home or we rush the quarterback into a bad throw. Where our plus, we're number one in the league in turnovers. So we ran out of the sack race, and when we were running the sack race, the Eagles were in the turnover race. They're number
right,
one. Now they're number one in the sacks, and now we're number one in the turnovers. So either or, that helps us win games. But the
right.
biggest stat of all is turnovers.
Yeah,
Turnovers are going to help you win games, and I'd rather them get turnovers now going into the playoffs than anything. So it's give and take. It's a form of robbing Peter to pay Paul with your defense and the way you play. So
yeah,
not getting that sack and hitting that quarterback or making that quarterback see ghosts like Sam Darnold once saw, or filling steps and throwing the ball out, and then our defense being ball hawks, getting making fumbles happen, actually recovering the fumbles, and
yeah,
making contested interceptions. That Bland interception, he ripped it out. That
yeah.
Jaron Kersey just And that's what that's making letting our playmakers make plays, and I'm all for it. Michael Parsons' numbers are down. He looks frustrated. He looks tired. He better be. They're triple teaming him.
Yeah.
Like he better be, and he just still going. He's still going. He's still going.
Well,
So
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I was going to say, there's also such a thing called quarterback hurries. It's not a sack, but it's pressure. So sometimes you don't get the sack, but if you can cause a quarterback hurry, you get the interception, you get the incomplete passes. So, but again, it's just like how the media saying, well, their defense is struggling. They gave up 400. Well, we're talking about the number one team. That's what everybody looking at, the number one team. But again, it was a divisional rival game. So yeah, I mean it was blow for blow. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
um it, it-
On Christmas. On
on Christmas,
Christmas.
that's right. That's right. So, while we're talking
But
about the
Lane Johnson going down for them
yeah,
is huge. It's
yeah,
it's
that is.
huge. The
Well,
game
Maddox as
changed once
well.
he was gone.
Maddox as well.
Oh, that little guy. He was
Yeah,
like a gnat. He was
yeah,
a
Maddox.
gnat. You freaking deck had him on his leg. Like, get off of
Yeah.
me.
He's a
But
tough
yeah,
guy, but he has a toe injury. Then I think what's his name? Jordan, the new Jordan kid.
yeah,
I think he had a head
Deion
injury or
Jordan.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, he
so
went out. So and that's attrition. That's football, and it's fair because it's on both sides.
yeah, it's on both sides. And here we are late in the season where we're going into a week 16, 17, 17,
We're
17.
16, 17.
Is it? Yes, we've got two
One
more
of
games,
these
I
weeks,
believe.
man. We're
Yeah.
old, man.
So that's a lot, like
We're
you
on the
said,
last week of this year.
yeah, and that's a lot of games being played. So yeah, you're going to see either you're going to have your injuries early in the season or you're going to have them late in the season. Just it just you just keep your fingers crossed. But Mike McCarthy is saying that basically he really feels that our star linebacker, uh, uh, Micah Parsons, said he deserves to be defensive player of the year over Nick Bosa. And here's why. He said, because, well, you know that Nick Bosa has 17 and a half sack while spearheading the number one defense, San Francisco 49er. But he says also Dallas Cowboy linebacker Micah Parsons, who finished second as a rookie last season, and saying that Bosa is the biggest competition for the award. But Parsons has the fourth with 13 sacks versus Bosa's 17 and a half. But this is the reason why Mike McCarthy says that he should still be the defensive player of the year because he plays linebacker as well as defensive end. Parson is also more productive with 62 solo tackles. Thank you very much. What you think about that, brother?
Hey, facts are facts. Hey,
Facts
facts
are
over
facts.
feelings.
Come on,
Facts over
man.
feelings. Facts are facts. And not to mention, he has the defensive touchdown. I saw. Uh, I saw. Who is it? Brian. Baldinger. Look,
Yeah.
there you go. You
Yeah,
got one
that's
of these. I got. If you got one of these, bet you Chris got one of these. I can't believe when you're so. You got one of these. You play ball.
damn.
Baldy did a comparison with Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa going after the same play, and it was a screen, and the screen that they showed was the one where Micah ran down the guy from Detroit, stopped him at the 1 yard
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
The screen went right by him, but then he bolted back, saved that touchdown. Then we saved him, did the goal line stand, right? They did the very same play. I forgot who Joey Bosa was against, or is it
Mhm.
Nick Bosa? It's Nick Bosa, excuse me.
Mhm.
Nick Bosa. They did the same play, and Nick Bosa was jogging, my friend. He was jogging. He wasn't hauling back, but back. It went right. It was the same exact play, kind of the same formation. And the Lion wants it more. He's more
Yeah.
versatile and 66 tackles ain't nothing to sneeze at. At the same time, covering because he covers too. And I believe Nick Bosa doesn't have a defensive touchdown.
No,
Our boy
and
got the defensive touchdown.
he only plays defensive end. So come on now. I
Yeah.
mean that should be the conversation. It should be. Yeah, we know Nick
Yes.
Bosa have 17 and a half sacks, but he plays one position. We got a player that plays that's a lion at the defensive end as well as the linebacker.
You know,
Something to talk
and he
about.
has to have broad shoulders. He has to have broad shoulders to take our asses talking shit about him every week for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. But and I was listening to the sounds on the sideline. I like to watch that on
Hmm.
YouTube or whatever. And Michael Parsons says that I'm not into the rival thing, bro. Just listening to him to the sideline. He says it, but he might say one thing, but he means another because he was talking trash on the sideline and he was fired up. He was fired
Man,
up. So
I wish I could elaborate more on it. I have not seen it. I didn't know it was released yet. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna once I get off, I'm gonna listen to it.
yeah,
I can
it's
imagine
released. It's released. So check it out when you get a chance. Just pull it up. But man, I'm telling you, the lion was fired up, man. So
he was hungry. He was
uh,
hungry.
oh my gosh, man. The dude was, I mean, okay, I'm like, well, he said he wasn't into the rival thing, but listen to him on the sideline, like, man, he trying to eat, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
man, but like I say, I'm so glad that to see our offense complement our defense, knowing we had the issues on defense, and like I say, defense still did their things. I mean, with four
Oh, they did.
turnovers, and you can say Philadelphia can sit here and say, well, we didn't have our starting quarterback. Well, it really wasn't your quarterback that hurt the game. It was your running backs and the other players and receivers that caused all of the mishaps. And I always
Yes.
say the game is always about who makes the least mistakes. You guys, those guys, the Eagles have four turnovers. So yeah, you can't win games like that. But don't say it's because y'all didn't have your starting quarterback. Your starting quarterback had nothing to do with that. So
Yeah.
you know,
But hats off to Minshew again, to the
Miss
Jorts,
Shoot,
to the
excuse me,
mustache.
excuse me,
Yes, sir.
Miss Shoot.
God
Oh,
bless
excuse
you.
me.
God bless you. He was playing inspired ball, and he played a great game, and he did his best, but we were
Yeah, he
just
did.
a little bit better.
Well, I mean, you could compare it to Coop. Coop did the same thing. Coop played his butt off, man. I mean, we almost came back and won the game. So again, man,
No, no, Coop played so good. There was a quarterback controversy. We didn't. I mean,
it was. But let me ask you this. Think about this here, Mikey. I think the stage is set. Can you imagine the revenue and the view, the ratings that the Cowboys and the Eagles will get in the championship game?
it's
Oh,
Cowboys and everybody else.
oh well,
It's
yeah,
every, but
we
but
know.
but yes, yes,
But the
with the Eagles
rival,
and yeah,
oh my gosh.
and it's on Fox. It's on Fox. Whew.
I hope Troy Aikman doesn't commentate that game. Troy Aikman
Well,
sometimes
no,
he be.
no, Drakeman is on ESPN,
Oh, that's
so
right. He
we
is.
don't.
We have to worry about that, right?
And you know what? And this is a side note. Greg Olson. Do you like Greg
Yeah,
Olson? He's all
yeah, I
right.
like him.
He gives me Steve Stifler vibes. You remember American Pie? You remember Steve Stifler? He's like an overgrown Steve
Yeah,
Stifler, bro.
yeah. I guess
Uh,
you could say that. I guess you could say that. But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm just thinking, man. I'm like, man, the stage is set. What would be a
yes,
better
sir.
game to see these guys have Eagles have their starting quarterback. We have our starting quarterback. There's no excuses. Let's play ball in the championship. Oh
Yes,
my God.
sir. And all these reports saying it's his AC joint and this and that. And it's funny because it gives us flashback. Well, did we know about the AC joint? We heard about it 2 years ago in training camp when Dak was coming back from a freaking broken ankle, but his AC joint is all jacked up. So only time will tell, and these games will tell, sir.
So
These games. We
how
got one on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna move right on to that because right now, man, where it's looking right now, whoo, look at this here, dude. So we got, I mean, I'm looking at our injuries, but goodness, the Titans got whoo. Well, we know Ryan Tannehill is out. Okay. The
Oh,
defensive tackle, Jeffrey Simmons, is out. Derek Henry is dealing with a hip injury.
that's no good.
Bud Dupree, the linebacker, pectoral, he got a so, but I'm not taking them lightly. I'm not taking them lightly at all. You know
They're
what I
a tough
mean?
team. They're
Yeah,
a
they're a
tough
tough team.
team.
Yeah,
All these teams are tough. The Texans are schedule and all these puff teams all of a sudden are being competitive. The Texans gave the Chiefs a run for their money, and then they just
yeah,
won a game.
yeah,
So like you, this AFC South isn't something to snicker at. The Colts that we beat, they beat the Chiefs. So I wouldn't take any team lightly. It's not
right.
that it's any given Sunday, even though it's on a Thursday. Remember, on Amazon Prime, you don't got Amazon Prime. Tell your cousin Boo Boo for the password. Um, but you can't
Yeah,
without Henry. But their coach, they embody their coach. That's why I wouldn't take this team lightly. Every game that they play, they're in to an extent, and they're physical. But that list looks not so promising for them. But
yeah,
we're on the same boat.
yeah.
We're on the
We are
same boat.
next man up. That what Trayvon Diggs say. So let me ask you this: so what is the game plan? A plan against the Titans? What is your game plan?
Uh, Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Whatever if they wanna stop our run, we got to keep our run game consistent.
Yeah,
It's run the ball, stop the run. That's football. And if they want to challenge our quarterback, let them challenge our quarterback. They want to stop the line of scrimmage, and then let our quarterback operate. In this instant, I would like for them to install things like you want to see T.Y. Hilton install something for Ty.
yeah.
We'll respect. Oh no! Hey, right now I just got to do this flash. No Derrick Henry. No Derrick Henry. No
Oh
Derrick.
no.
So
Are you
so it
serious?
looks like it kind of looks like our Titans are wrapping it up and maybe you know con- keeping their seed to where it's at for their draft or conceding anybody else getting hurt. These Thursday games either they're won early, they're won the Sunday before because of how beat up a team is. I'm afraid of our letdown
Hmm.
of our we want our big game and then we come flat ass bull for a smaller team, which is not the right approach. We need that fire lid. Honestly, I think Dak Prescott's going to be out of the game. Want to see Cooper rush by the fourth quarter.
Oh my gosh, you is that what you think so?
Just by that, just by the energy of getting that pop of that breaking news. They're not gonna play Derrick Henry. I know they have a tough coach, but I just like the way our quarterback's playing, man. I like the way our quarterback's playing.
So it is true that they're not going to play Derrick Henry.
No Derrick Henry.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Too bad, so sad.
well, like you say, maybe that's what they're doing. They're wrapping it up. They're wrapping it
Yeah.
up and going to keep their draft pick. I mean, they got a lot of injuries, man. And maybe they're doing us a favor. Jerry Jones might be doing. I'm gonna grease your palm a little later. Just I need you to do this. Who knows, man? But oh man, it's that's Jerry Jones for you, man. So I tell you what, man, we getting close to 8 o'clock, man. So let's go right on into this, man. Let me give my voice, my opinion on how I would play this game. And
Yeah, let's do it.
I was basing that off if Derrick Henry was playing. And
Right?
basically
It changed everything, right?
yeah,
Like
they really
it
did. But if it was me, I think I would have stacked the box. I'm going to stack the box. We're going to focus on stopping Henry, and we're going to make this quarterback basically beat us with his arm.
you
That's
know
what I'm gonna do on the defense.
what you talk about, Willis.
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah,
What you talk about,
exactly.
Malik?
Yeah,
We'll see what
but
he's talking about.
yeah, and offensive wise, I agree with you. I definitely will have to create some more packages for T.Y. Hilton. This would be a perfect game to let him get acclimated with the timing with Dak and on the field and things like that. And this should be a great opportunity to spread the ball around. But like you say, continue to run the ball. So that would be my formula for Thursday. You knowing that we
Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Give Peters a little bit of more work. Good Connor McGovern, Matt Farniak, if he's back, let's try to stay healthy as possible. Respect the Titans to every bit of respect they deserve. But if they're mailing it in, they have to stay healthy because
Yeah.
after that, and I hate looking forward. Those Commanders, they scare me.
Yeah.
They
Oh
scare
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
They're bullies. They're
Yeah.
bullies for
They
real.
can. Yeah, they're sneaky. They're real sneaky. You got to watch them because they will sneak one in on you. So yeah. So let's get
And
into
they
this. So
love it.
let's get with this game prediction. What do you think? What the score gonna be? Woo-hoo, on Thursday night?
Hey, I'm going. We've been going over 30. I say 34 to 14. I give them two touchdowns. 34-14. Dallas Cowboys. Flaming white. Flaming white. Hot
Man,
white.
man.
Poodle Cowboys. Hey, that 88, that emerging 88, that 4 to 88, and then put that Amari Cooper crap to sleep already. He's a Brown. Yeah, we already got a number one wide receiver, and his name is CD.
Well, you know what,
Can't
and I
stand
I,
that.
I agree with you, man. And I'm going to say basically what now that we found out what we got going on here, I'm going to give the score. Woo, let's see. I'm going to give the score because the guys are wearing it all white. I'm going to say they're going to put up 40 17.
Odie,
40 to 17. That's my score.
woo! On a Thursday, on a
On a
Thicky Thursday, on a Thursday, on a Whoop Titans ass Thursday. Woo! Turn up Tuesday.
Hey, you heard it first from your boy G and Mikey mic'd up. So, like we always say, man, we got to get this thing done. And you know what? The playing field is wide open. So let's do it to our Dallas Cowboys. Let's get out of
There
here,
you
man. Let's
go.
go. Holla at you. Deuces.
Later.